Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to the Gamers Den, the show where you, the viewer, come to me, the host, for all the video games, walkthroughs, playthroughs, and everything else that goes with it. Excuse me, a little indigestion there. But you stay and stick around for the pop culture and knowledge therein. Today on the History of the Underappreciated, the part of the channel where we look back on a specific character from various media, and we give them a little bit of love, you know? That they may not get from either the fan base, the studio, or the show themselves, or just all of the above. Today we have the fire starter for Gen 6 Fennekin, and I guess Chessman could be here too, but we're going to use him for a different one. But the reason why I wanted to highlight Fennekin is, well, most people are going to pick Froki because of Greninja. I don't know why. I mean, I picked it first, but it wasn't fully my decision. I couldn't pick between the three of them. They were so cute. And it was my first game for the 3DS, so of course I had my mom help, and she loves frogs. So,
Ribbit.
so Froakie was my first pick. But my favorite one out of the trio at this point, as I've gotten older and everything, has been Fennekin. Fennekin is the Fox Pokemon, number 653. Its main ability is Blaze, like with most starters, but its hidden ability is Magician. I'm not sure how you get the hidden abilities for the starters. It's part of the Field Egg group. Let's see. And it evolves into Braxton at level 16, and then again into Braxian, Braxton. I've heard it both ways. At this, my dude, around my house,
it's all over the place, isn't
it? I say it a specific way, even if it's not the right way. You know why? Because I don't give a frick. I'll say it how I want to say it. See, around with me, I never understood what the difference between Arceus or Arceus was. I always called it Arceus.
Of the C.
I always called it Arceus.
Oh, we're opposites. I always called him Arceus.
And that's what it's actually supposed to be called, is Arceus. But I never called it that. Rayquaza, I've heard it said Rayquaza. I used to call it that.
As well.
Now that one I used to call it, but Rayquaza makes a little more sense because it's a quasar star. Makes sense. But Fennekin, Braxian, or Braxian. It seems more like Braxian to me. The AI in it.
That's exactly why I always called it Braxian.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, but Braxian, I don't know. But it evolves into Delphox at level 36. Like with most of them, the 16, 30, and 36 levels. That makes sense.
Was it Squirtle or wasn't one of the water types a weird level?
That one was Crocodile for alligator. I think Wartortle the Blastoise had that problem too.
Had a weird level.
Mostly, I think it was the Gen 2 ones that had really odd ones. Like, I know Bayleaf evolves into Meganium at level 32. What was I? Oh, right, Fennekin. Fennekin is a fire starter that is, if you take the zodiac sign, it's very, very loose with the dog because it's a fox, and it's very loosey goosey with that because foxes, I think, I've always considered the missing link between dogs and cats. I kid you not, they have similar traits to both of them. That foxes have similar traits to both of them, but unlike Bidoof and Mytina before it, in the anime at least, there is a very, famous Fennekin. And Braxian, now that I think about it. Serenus. I think that's her name in the next one.
At least in the English it is. I'm not entirely sure if it's the same in the Japanese.
I don't know about the Japanese. How the hell would I know this Japanese? I don't even know Ash's name in Japanese.
Satoshi.
Now, how am I going to remember that? I
Well,
don't
I mean,
speak.
for those who prefer the subs to the dubs.
Right, they're gonna know it as one, but I'm sorry guys, I don't know the Japanese names for any of these characters. I
The only
don't
reason
list.
I know it is because of Pokemon Journeys. I was watching it coming out subbed.
Right, but I do know his name. I can't remember it for the life of me. And I'm sorry guys for all of you out there who love the subs,
And
but
for those of you who prefer the name, honestly, I prefer Ash.
right, Ash Ketchum. Although Pokemon have kind of shot themselves in the foot with that nowadays, because you can no longer catch them all. And their main character's last name is Ketchum.
I mean, even he never caught them all.
No, but the thing that was his name and everything as a play on words and everything.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what. I remember his first name. I don't remember the last name for Satoshi.
I don't
It
remember.
sure wasn't Ketchum.
No, but I know as far as like the English dub, that was supposed to be like a joke, you know, Ketchum, Ketchum. Um, but yeah, Fennekin is one of my favorites for obvious reasons. I like the canine Pokemon, but it's why is it here on the history of the underappreciated? It's not underappreciated by
Most of the fan base
or well,
that you know of.
hold on. It's not underappreciated in the show. Obviously, Serena's the main character in the X and Y arcs, and she has a
Basically
Fennekin.
carried that thing.
Right, and then it evolved into a Delphox, and I think or a Braxian, and then I think it evolved into a Delphox. I don't know.
I
I didn't
don't
watch too
remember
much of
off
the
the
X and
top of
Y
my head. I'd
arcs.
have to rewatch the series.
I would have to as well. I haven't watched every episode. I'm a big fan of Pokemon, but even I haven't watched them all because we don't have cable. Enough
Or you
said.
didn't.
What?
You didn't or you don't.
We only had it for like a year. Once. And we don't. We've never had it since. I've always had to rely on relatives to even have half the memories I have with watching television. Um, but and it's not underappreciated by the studio. Actually, it might be, considering that pretty much most of the Pokemon are pretty much all the Pokemon besides Pikachu, Mewtwo, and Charizard are expendable to Game Freak from the looks of things.
I mean, they
You
can't
cannot.
make Pikachu expendable for obvious reasons.
Right, at this point, it's their mascot at this point.
Same with Charizard.
I don't know about Charizard. Charizard's just like overly popular, and I really think he's over. I really think he's like he doesn't.
Overdone.
He's overdone, and quite frankly, I don't know why.
His biggest fit with it is he looks like a dragon but doesn't have the dragon type.
Right, and I think that kind of brings him down, in my
And the
opinion.
quad weakness to rock.
Right, I think that kind of brings him down, in my opinion. Blastoise, yeah, it can be hit with an electric type attack
But that's about
and
it.
everything, but that's a grass type. But that's with most water types, and 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 Bulbasaur, poison grass. That's gonna cover quite a bit. Plus, Bulbasaur's pretty cool. I like Venusaur. Venusaur's
Adorable.
awesome.
Bulbasaur is adorable. Venusaur looks cool.
Yeah, it's like a gigantic toad with a flower on its
I
back.
think,
I think it's supposed to be a dinosaur.
actually, I think from its name, it might actually be like flower toad or something like that.
Right, but at the same time, it does look like a gigantic toad. Take the flower off its back and it looks like a toad. I shit you not. Um, but Charizard is just an overgrown lizard that is just been given too much attention. And
Starting out, yeah, he looked cool,
yeah, but he couldn't even learn fly until the Gen 2 games.
which is stupid. He is.
He didn't even have any flying type moves except for one, and that one didn't come until like 40 some.
That's satisfying to hear.
But nowadays Charizard's a little more beefed up and everything. But I hate to say it, guys, but he's a little overhyped. But um, And Mewtwo is Mewtwo. You know, Mewtwo's just
You don't dislike him.
right. I can't dislike him. I really can't. At Charizard, I've never really understood. Pikachu, I'm just like, it's Pikachu. How can you hate that cute little face? But Mewtwo is just awesome. But I can kind of see why those three are usually the marketing tactics, as well as the three starters, original starters. But Fennekin got shafted really early on. Not only did it come out in a well, kind of sparse new Pokemon. There was like less than 100 introduced altogether, which is severely less than most of the other games. The only one that has even less is Sun and Moon, with less than 90, I think. New Pokemon, not counting the Galarian or Alolan forms, rather. But then there's Greninja. See, this is why I think Fennekin's kind of like not as popular amongst the fan base because of this freaking ninja frog. Y'all do realize that his little scarf thing, that's his freaking tongue.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
I mean, that's just, I don't understand the logistics of it. And then the live action movie came out, and I'm just like, ugh. Tongue looks great compared to Greninja.
The live action tongues looked weird.
At least with Tongue, it made sense.
Right.
With Greninja, he just looked weird and nasty. But
Still, you're gonna have to take some time to play this over the week.
I got you.
It is just so.
I mean, I'm watching you, and it just looks like I'm going to be falling asleep from it. I don't play games to fall asleep. But
Honestly, it's a great de-stressor.
no, for me, I need something that I can punch. I need enemies to fight. That's my distressor. We are very different.
I mean, I like a good fighting game as much as the next person.
Fighting game, nothing. I'll play like Lego Star Wars or Lego Lord of the Rings, kill a bunch of orcs or droids.
Well, I'm just saying, I like a good game like that as much as the next person, but I don't know what it is about this game.
I don't know what it is. I don't believe the hype. But
I mean, I'm not with the hype, but I can see why some people find it relaxing.
right. But as far as Fennekin goes, it's I don't understand why people aren't really. I mean, I can understand Chespin. It's cute, and Chestnut is kind of cool, but Grass Steel, no. Now Greninja's Water Dark type does make sense because of it being a ninja, but come on, guys. Fennekin evolves into Delphox, a fire psychic type. That helps. Yes, Water Dark can help you in a lot of battles too, but you gotta remember, most of the ghost types are also like the big ones that they'll be using a lot is the Doublade line, the Honedge line, and those are part steel types, which Dark type kind of cancels each other out. Plus, this was the generation that fairies get introduced.
What made you happy from dealing with good old Garchomp there?
Right, as far as like later on, but as far as Gen 6 X and Y, Greninja is like a super big handicap in with fairy types. And since the newest gen, and this just gets introduced in it, there's fairy types galore. Once it becomes a Greninja, it's screwed.
Better keeping it as a Frogadier?
I suppose, but Greninja's a little more powerful. Unlike Kadabra and Alakazam. Kadabra is actually more powerful than Alakazam when it's holding Everstone. I shit you not.
It's kind of funny when you think about it that a pre-evolution can be stronger than its evolution.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it a couple times. Sunkern is actually more powerful than Sunflora. Funnily enough. But, all stat stuff aside, Fennekin is a fire type. Now, while no, it's not super effective against fairy types, fairies can't really hurt fire types as bad. They do -2 damage, which is good. Coupled with the fact that it's a psychic type means that you're gonna be helpful against that Halucha. That's gonna be popping up in a lot of teams. So yeah, but I digress. Fennekin is probably one of my favorite Pokemon, and I hate that it's getting shafted by the sheer bulk that is Greninja. It's appalling to me, and I don't think they're neglecting it like some of the other Pokemon, like Dunsparce or whatever. But you don't hear anything about Fennekin either, do you, Leo?
What?
You don't hear too much about Fennekin.
Not that I can
It's
recall.
not that it's hated like Bidoof or Dunsparce or whatever.
I kind of get the Bidoof hate, but I also don't.
I don't understand the Bidoof hate. It evolves into Beer Barrel, and that's a very early tank. Dunsparce and Shuckle, I can kind of understand. They're single stages. They're not really useful. As far as that goes, they're kind of weak. But I kind of can't understand why they don't really use Fennekin as much. I use it now mostly because I love the fire tactics. For starters, they're really powerful. And plus, firefighting. I'm sorry guys, I'm going to go with Blaziken, Ember, and Infernape. I don't like Empoleon. Not too big of a fan of Samurai, mostly because it's stupid. Um, that's my opinion. And
On to the next big part of this.
come on, guys. You really like Swampert? Really? Blaziken is fast and will smack a Swampert. Just saying. With that being said, guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Go down in the comment section down below and let me know what you think of Fennekin. Do you not agree with me with some of my statements? Hey, start dialogue with me. I want to. And as always, guys, share this video with everybody you know. In the next video, we'll be talking times for when you can see us on September 25th at the Comic-Con. So be sure to check out tomorrow's video. But we're recording all this on Sunday, so for us it's 2 days from now. So, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.